Hey everybody, TonyScapone here with the Epic Storm, and tonight we're going to be playing some Ruby Storm. That's right, but it's a spicy list. We're playing some MH3 cards, VEXING BAUBLE, and Monsoon Mage. So don't go anywhere, let me just get the word out on Discord. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. It's time for some Ruby Storm, one of my favorite decks, of course, an old classic. We're trying something a bit different tonight. I wanted to see if VEXING BAUBLE were viable in this deck. I mean, we don't have zero drops, really. We have the petals, so obviously that's good. We've never had proper protection that was effective. Defense Grid always diluted the deck a bit too much. Bauble is a way to kind of play a pseudo defense grid. We don't care too much about it. It costs less. We can still draw a card with it. And maybe we can pull off playing Saga. One thing that VEXING BAUBLE does allow you to do is play a bit more aggressive. So I think over time, Relay has been getting a bit worse. And if we have some proper protection like this, we may very well be able to leverage some of these bigger spells that typically are a bit clunkier against counter spells. So if VEXING BAUBLE does its job, then bonus round, Seething Song, Jessica's Will, these cards should be a lot more potent. And then it's nice to have some more push power against blue decks, right? I think Past in Flames will be very good with Saga, with protection, and haven't talked about it yet, but Rawl. So now we have 8 cost reducers that only cost 2. And Rawl is kind of like Bergie was modal, right? It has an ultimate that you get to exile top 8 cards of your library, and you can cast them all without paying their mana costs. So a little bit of a non-bow with Bauble. So we do have to keep that in mind. But odds are, if you ult this, you can probably pay to crack these, and you can probably push through whatever counter magic may be waiting for you as a result of getting rid of your Bauble. We'll see how it plays out. I haven't really played this version yet. Even in the MH3 testing, it was different than this, so it's worth trying out and seeing how it goes. This is a nice little, it's not from MH3, but it has retrace, so give us a little more. It's a nice value target that you can keep retracing and exiling 2 cards off the top. Pretty sweet. But I say we jump into some games. I do, of course, want to thank the Epic Storm sponsors, KMC, Moxfield, and Card Hoarder. And I do want to mention my own content as well. Of course, we're here on the Epic Storm live on YouTube, but I have my own YouTube, TonyScapone, Twitch, Patreon, all TonyScapone, one word, as well as a podcast that I had started. 8 episodes in, The Brews of Paradise, so go check that out. All the links will be in the description below, as well as the deck list if you want to check that out as we go along here. But let's get into it. I will see you in round 1.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
Okay, so already we see a hand that has multiple 2-mana cost reducers. I like it. We've got Saga to apply some pressure from a different angle. All right, let me move the camera to the side just a teeny bit. I put a cover on my camera, a little flip thing, because I got another camera that I'm gonna bring to like LGS and stuff and maybe record some paper matches, and it came with like a little cam cover, so I popped that on this one because I don't need it on the other one, and then it moved the camera. Go this way a little bit, sorry. Maybe we can... It doesn't help. There we go. No, then they're too small. That's all right. We'll make it work. Yeah, these cards are too small. All right, we're going to play Mountain and pass it over. You could play Saga to be super aggressive in terms of getting the value out of it, like the third chapter, but I think I'd rather have a chance to threaten constructs. Play Saga. Probably better off starting with Ruby. Here comes a Brainstorm. If we can get one of these cost reducers to stick, we've definitely got some gas incoming. They get a plane, so Ruby's in. It's probably getting hit by pending. Consider playing Rawl, because if they don't have swords but they have pending and they waste the pending on it, they may not be able to kill Ruby. That's annoying. Well, at least that answers what we're doing with this Saga. Just chilling with it. Okay, so if this Seething Song resolves, then we're golden. Actually, we can even... Because Rawl costs 1. Does Rawl flip? Would we even want Rawl to flip? I don't think so this quickly. We won the flip, so we don't take a damage, and now we can decide whether we want to flip it or not. It dodges swords if we flip it, and then we can just plus it. Like, we have win cons in our hand. So I'm going to flip it. Oh, wow, it resolved. That's crazy. All right. So Burning Wish. Thing tells me they don't have anything. Let's go for... Let's go Jessica's Will. For more mana. Holy shnikes. Let's go Burning Wish. They're F6'd. Tinkering. I'm going to play the other Ruby. Tinkering only costs 2, makes 3 treasures. Bauble doesn't really help, but we do have Wish. So, do we have enough to go Wish, Past in Flames, Wish, Grapeshot, Past in Flames, Grapeshot? that would be 1, 2. Wait, Wish, and then Past in Flames is 1, is 2. Wish again is 3. Grapeshot's 4. Past in Flames is 2, so 5, 6. Although the past, yeah, we can do that because this Past in Flames, we can Seething Song post Past in Flames. We can even play Bauble. Oh shoot, I already cast it by accident. I was thinking it was Burning Wish by accident. Whoops. And now we go Seething Song. We go Wish. We go Grapeshot. It's one of the reasons I like having Wish in the deck. Because if you have enough mana, it's just the one card Grapeshot kill. You have enough mana and some Storm or a couple of spells in your graveyard. Surprising to me that they're sticking around for this in any capacity. Nice little turn 3. Oh, I don't know if I missed some chat messages. I had it on the wrong chat filter. I do apologize if that's the case. Okay, so they're always on like actual factual blue-white. I don't know what kind of MH3 nonsense would be involved in that, but I don't think we really need to do anything. It's a shame that we came off Blast Zone for this because Deafening Silence is one of the only cards that can give us trouble. They play Lavinia. I guess that could potentially give us trouble as well. But we can kill Lavinia. Multiple ways in which we can kill Lavinia. Sounds our one of LED, only one land. We draw a land, we're probably cooking though. They're on 7. It's probably too risky. This one's better. Really have to get rid of Wish though. We are hoping to find a mountain at some point. They play main deck back to basics. Yeah, let's start Saga. You can start Ancient Tomb Ruby, but it can get Spell Pierced, it can get Prismatic Endinged. It takes you a turn behind on Saga, and we're already on the draw. I think it walks into, yeah, this we don't care about. We don't really care about that. We only have 2 paddles and LED, the baubles, so they'd have to stay in play. Whoop-de-doo. Can't cycle them? Fine. Cryptic Coat. Reasonably lackluster. Make a token. I feel like none of this stuff resolves. They have 4 cards. I'm not gonna make a token. Alright, we just have Bauble. I'm already forgetting about Bauble. How broken. How broken. Absolutely outrageous. Yeah, let's play Ruby first. Song. Friends Resolve. Burning Wish, they have 4 cards in hand. That can net 1 mana, getting Jessica's Will. Let's Friends Resolve. Roll. Pretty good. So let's play Roll. Let's play Manamorphose. I mean, we can't ult and cast the cards anyways. So I guess because Bauble's in. So I guess we'll just flip it and plus it. Because then if we draw another one, we can still play that. Seething Song's pretty good. Plus, let's Song, Rimpulse. All right. Well, it certainly helped us against this blue deck, huh? Vexing Bauble, Saga. So far, so good. So we're 1-0, undefeated. See you in round 2.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
All right, we're back against 5 Brain. We've won the die roll. Liam Trump asks, hi, how different does the deck feel? It certainly feels different. Resilient in a different way. I think I keep this on 6. The threat of Saga is nice. The access to Bauble is ridiculous. The fact that it just basically doesn't affect us is really nice. Having 8 2-mana cost reducers is really nice. Uh-oh, they're playing Turbo Necro. We're dead. All right. Too slow for Turbo Necro. Maybe we should have traps in the sideboard for this. Bauble's pretty good against it. Not the end-all be-all, but decent. Here comes Turbo Necro. Spirit Guides, Pact. I guess we'll take this time to further talk about the list. It is a little awkward having the non-bow of like Raw, Ultimate, and Bauble, but I don't think it really matters. You can crack your Baubles. Like if you ult Raw, you're getting 8 cards without paying their mana costs. Odds are if you've gotten there, you probably have mana prior to that to crack your Baubles. And odds are if they have counters in hand because you got Bauble off of Saga, you can push through it, right? With that many like free spells. All right, they got us. But even then, it's like it's still just a cost reducer. Like you can flip it, so you can play it. You can flip it and just plus it, and keep the party going that way. which also kind of fixes the whole like, oh, it's legendary thing, because you can have the planeswalker and then you can have the creature as well. They said, I got this list from your YouTube. It's amazing. Any updates? I don't think we have any sideboard for this. Okay. So we basically need to open a turn 1 or a bauble. Preferably a bauble with a 0 drop so that we can break Chancellor if they keep that. But usually don't have Chancellor on the draw. It has potential. It has turn 1 potential. Unlikely, but have to send it back. We actually don't want them mulliganing. Funny enough. If they go all the way down to 3... Okay, they're on 4. If they go all the way to 3, we can consider not, like, going all in. They're on 4. We... probably should go all in. Pedal, song, roll. Let's see what you got. Lost the flip, we take 1, that's fine. We want Rimpulse or Burning Wish? Burning Wish can get... Fast and Flames is kind of meh. Just want a Rimpulse. Lost the flip again. Okay, those are good. All right, let's hope they don't have it. They're on 4, so... I mean, I would have went to 3 if I didn't have it on 4, so we're probably dead. Yep. Maybe we should have mulled harder. Although, honestly, this probably beats Bauble. Crazy stuff. Looking pretty dead. Yes. And death. Good games. Yeah, I mean, it depends how this deck winds up going, right? If it winds up like everywhere and starts really doing well, then decks, slower combo decks will have to adjust. Or 1-1, not bad. See you in round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week?
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the weaknesses of Ruby Storm is that you're a little bit of a dog towards the faster combo decks, and that is the fastest combo deck in the format. So not the greatest for us. In fact, that might make Leyline just worse, right? Usually you could lean on Leyline to slow down a lot of the like fastest decks, but that could benefit Reanimator. Yeah, we'll keep this. Nothing wrong with this. We'll go for a Saga. If we need to go fast, we can always play Mountain and do that. If we need to slow down, we can just go Ancient Tomb, make Constructs. Hey, 5Brain. Yeah, good games. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, how's your league going? All right, we will play Mountain. Harsh Flats, don't like that. Thoughtseize off of Basic Swamp, okay. It wouldn't surprise me to see like all sorts of fair decks playing Necropotence, right? Whether it be like blue-based or mono-black or even Orzhov. Like, Necro's just going to be really good. Full stop. Let's just fire off a Ren's Resolve. Expecting to pass. Okay. Getting that value, which could be the name of the game. Past in Flames feels good. I'll say that. Nice discard spell. Nerd! I'd been trying to make Necro work in Doomsday earlier. It was only okay. That's kind of how I figured. Necro Summer, baby. I figured as much. Like, you can see I'm pretty poor at piloting, like a blue-black, kind of that style. But even still, I could tell it didn't feel, and that wasn't Doomsday, of course, but a similar type of thing, right? Let's just fire off this Impulse. Alright, that's going to be really good next turn. Get our Mountain, right? These are both in your next turn, yeah. So they're looking pretty dead next turn, even through discard. Right. Right, because you're actually deploying other threats. But that deck is just like holding stuff, holding counters, protection, casting cantrips. It's not like, you know, Blue Necro as a combo deck, especially with LEDs. I wasn't feeling it. Alright, we go Ancient Tomb. I suppose there's no harm in playing the Petal. Let's go ahead and play this bonus round. Let's go ahead and play Manamorphose. If they have Bowmasters, it's whatever. We can pretty easily play through this. We're not going to be drawing a ton of cards anyways. Good night and yay Rawl and Vexing List. There was so much into it. I want to just Let's try Unstable Amulet somehow. Yeah. I'll probably try it at some point. I think that's more for Modern, though. Red. Well, that was kind of a bummer. Really? Wow, we whiffed. So we have to hope that Bauble hits Rite of Flame. I mean, we can go again next turn, but... we can afford to draw here. Who said we whiffed? Who said it? Wasn't me. Whoever that was in the chat, you're banned. Banhammer's coming down. Guess we can keep that one up in the air. Actually, no, I should cast the other bonus round. You'd like Morphose, because you might hit other... It doesn't matter. We're kind of at that point where nothing matters. Kind of how bonus round rolls. Sorry, opponent. Your triple Thoughtseize just didn't work. Didn't work. What can I say? Try drawing 4 Thoughtseize next time. I think we run it back. I mean, Bauble, it's not going to be great on the draw. You could replace one with like Fiery Confluence, I suppose. I won't mind it on the play because we can stop from getting scammed. Or at least from the front half. We could play... we have some action pieces, like... between this, and... I do like having access to this. But I think I'd rather have it in the deck than Vexing Bauble. Sure. Double Bauble. Sand has issues, but it's still like 3 lands, some spells. We're gonna get discarded anyways. If they don't have a wasteland, it's gonna run away with the game. They probably have wasteland, but I'm still gonna go Saga Bauble. See what you got. Yep. Sure. You get in for 2. It becomes a 3/3. Go Mountain. Play another Bauble. So we have Song, bonus round, Rimpulse, which is not worth it. If we hit a Manamorphose is like the dream draw here, then they're pretty done for. If not, I'll probably go like crack a Bauble and cast Rimpulse. Or you could just hold, crack both Baubles. Oh, well, that's probably good enough. So we can go 5/7 or 2 mana post Rimpulse with an active bonus round. Yeah, man. Just gotta watch out. We can't play Petal or LED till we crack these Baubles. Oops, wrong thing. 2 more impulses. Okay, that Rite of Flame was clutch. Oh, they're off it. Oh, man. Yep. We'd have 5 mana. We can crack both of these. We'd have 3 mana. LED go to 6 mana, and then we're just 8 more cards and 2 mana. Love it. Well, that was a slaughter. So we're 2-1. See you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
Sorry, I was totally forgetting about the record box. We're in there now. 2-1 so far, only losing to kind of the obvious L. Turbo Necro. Alright, here we are on round 4 against Shiwasu. And unfortunately, no initial mana sources. It says 1. I'm gonna keep this. I don't... They mulligan to 6 as well, though. Alright, fine. I'll go to 5. Alright, this is better. Much better. God, I wish this was 6. It'll be tough to get the red that we need for bonus round. But these are like the cards that can do it from lower resources at least. But I guess we gotta ditch bonus round. Maybe I even just keep both Manamorphose. Still gonna start on Saga here. They're on 6. Blue deck, alright. With Preordain, okay. Likely some sort of combo deck, 1 top, 1 bottom. So Saga tokens are pretty good for pressuring. And also getting Bauble, where we can just draw it. Huh. Interesting. It's very tempting to cast that. But I don't want them to like know what we're up to. Saga Tomb could be like anything. Not anything, but a lot of things. Alright, drop. Make a thing. The only thing about getting Bauble here is then we still don't have a colored source. I think I want to get Petal. Wonder if a Singleton Opal is worth it. Let's go Tomb, Bauble. Okay. Now they could have actual factual counterspell. They can hardcast days, like they can still use counterspells, just not in the way that you usually can. Should we? Guess we may as well attack. Getting in for 4. For a little Morphos action. Raw. Okay. So we can play Raw. Go for some more Morphos action. Lost the flip. That's fine. Red. Red. For impulse, pretty good. Let's cast that one. Lost the flip again. Beating ourselves up. What's going on, OP? Got a brainstorm, okay. Here's about food additionally for each instant sorcery spell you've cast this turn. So 1, 2, 3 only. It would be 4, so it'd come to play with 6 counters on it. I can plus it to 7. I think I'm supposed to keep Bauble in play. Only if I'd have to cast this Rite of Flame. Which is probably worth it. I don't have any red. Yeah, I don't have any red mana. We won the flip. Yes, we will flip. Yeah, let's plus. Raw is threatening. This card is awkwardly good against Omniscience, which is kind of nice. Then even the scariest, like, you know, possibility of what we're playing against kind of neuters their most scary thing. All right, I guess we plus again. And then next turn, we get to play the top 8 for free. We have to correct the bauble first. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, so it's like an impulse. It's almost like whatever that blue-green Explorer is that puts it into play untapped, except you get an impulse effect. It's a good card. There was not a land in those 5. Oh, it shows it. Oh, if you don't. Okay, so it's one or the other. It's not both. You may put a land card among them onto the battlefield. If you don't, put a card from... Yes, chooses show and tell. Where does it say that you choose? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. If you don't, put a card from among them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. That's got to be a glitch that it told us. Yeah, it's totally a glitch, because it's not in the revealed card zone. And it definitely doesn't read that way. It's pretty weird. Do we end step this bauble draw? I guess so. Don't really see a reason why not. Oops, all rolls. All right, it's ultimate time. Oh, it's cast. You may cast instant and sorcery spells. Yeah, so we can't play lands, petals, this, that. Ooh, this is not as good as initially hoped. Okay, that's good. Oh, no, it's not. Because those ones aren't free yet. Need to hit a land with one of these. Well, colored land, please. Let's play Bauble. Because it's like an impulse. You don't show what card you chose, but it told me what they chose. You can't play these mountains, can't play those. Cast the Wish. But it doesn't actually do anything for us because we can't play any of those either. That one's not free either. Wow, that was super unlucky that on the top 8 we didn't hit one ritual. Something to note as far as our petals, LED. Cast the Wish. And get in for 2, I guess. Super unlucky that we didn't hit any rituals off of the 8 from Raw, and then we didn't hit any red lands off of the 4 from the 2 Rimpulses. But I don't know, they got show and tell last time, and they had mana to cast it and didn't cast it. So I think they're missing a monster, or is this... Alright, well, wishing I had Bauble in play. Yep, because now they can do that. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, that was incredibly unlucky. I think we just run it back. So it is one of the downsides of playing Saga is that we have slightly less red sources. Initial red. But Saga does oftentimes turn into red. Might be too slow. Alright, this hand is pretty great. Let's keep. I'll put one of the baubles down. No, it cannot. You're correct. But they can't play Atraxa, can't play Grizzlebrand, can't play Archon. They're on 5 cards. Baubles in. They can't play cantrips to find their Emrakul. Wow, that's a draw. It's one hell of a draw. Rite of Flame. Roll. Rite of Flame. Tails, lost the flip. Fine. Fine. Burning Wish. We won the flip. Yeah. We can make goblins. We can relay. And try to keep going with Jesk as well. I think I like relaying. Don't love it, but I think it's the best thing here. Oh, I didn't plus this. That's why that actually costs 3. Oops. Bauble, Mountain, Seething Song, Burning Wish. Now, one way that you can add red sources that doesn't run into Bauble is Spirit Guide, but Spirit Guide has other issues, right? When you flip it for exile effects, I did take the relays out, but we still have 8 draw 2s that rely upon playing cards from exile. So we could play maybe some number of Spirit Guides, but it's a delicate balance. But something I did not consider is the fact that Petal and LED cannot be cast, neither can Bauble or Ruby Medallion by Rawl's ultimate. So you can't hit artifacts or lands. Yeah, let's plus Rawl. Get that Bauble protection. Love it. Let's go. I don't want to get hit by Pierce. Let's go Saga. I have enough red with this Seething Song. Go Seething Song. Burning Wish. Now, this is where and why I usually run Reforge the Soul. Because it's 7 cards. Whereas right now we're maxing out Past and Flames we could do, but maxing out at like Tinkering is 3 cards. Jessica's Will is 3 cards for 2 mana. Tinkering is 4, essentially 3 mana. But if we whiff, we have tokens. I think it's Tinkering here. Let's play Tinkering. That was terrible. It's good till next turn. Could crack this Bauble so I can play these Petals, but then they could force this Bauble. Could wait on the song. I'm not going to wait on the song. I'm going to crack this Bauble. Oh, that was so good. Play Petals. Play this Bauble. Play Past in Flames. Play Seething Song. Play Tinkering. And they're off it. Nice. We got there. Let's try it again. Dude, Vexing Bauble's messed up. Messed up. It even helps your hands that don't have Vexing Bauble, because they're less likely to mulligan 2 Force of Will hands. They're mostly going to be keeping hands just trying to go fast. At least Force of Will combo decks. Despite having 4 lands, this hand has potential to go fast and has protection, so I guess we're in. Preordain. Come on. In this economy, MH3 pops off and you're on Preordain. Yeah, let's just get the pedal in. And get the bauble in. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if people just started, like, taking Force of Will out. If you're playing Sagas and Baubles. Uh-oh. Scadios. No, come on. Oh. Alright, well, this gets wrecked by Bauble. Yeah, you can't, unless you actually just have Emrakul. Bauble just ruining the day for my opponent. Do we song first? We can't crack this Bauble. I don't think so. I think we just resolve. If it hits... I was thinking I had a cost reducer. Yeah, I guess we do. It misses, we just make a token. And leave the Burning Wish there. Cast Ren's Resolve. Alright. I'll just make a token. So, pretty much their line of play here is to, like... I wonder if they had a monster in their hand. They didn't realize it until they went to cast and then went, oh, wait. But really their only play is, like, cast a cantrip. Right? No, that's pretty good. That just gets Emrakul. It's the 2-turn line. We pretty much had him next turn. Because we have LED. Wait, what? Oh, right. Yeah, you can have the Veil. Test my luck with that. Cast Veil. They only have 2 Emrakul? One top, one bottom. One was probably Ponder. Shuffle? A little shuffle action. Did not shuffle. Hopefully a cantrip. What is this one doing? Exiles the top half of their library rounded up. Enters +1+. Oh, they just also have... Alright, so they just had it in their hand. Alright. I mean, that was close. I don't want to say Sneak and Show is like a great matchup for us, because it isn't. But we gave them all sorts of trouble. And that was definitely close. Alright, we're 2-2. See you in the final round.
The best legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory, featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
Felipe gone. No red sources. We can keep this. Mountain Saga probably enough. They also mulligan to 6. Just got done at the LGS, got beat up by Scaminator featuring the new frog. Oof. Big oof. My pre-order stuff hasn't arrived yet. People already have pre-order stuff? Saga's in. Island, huh? Alright, let's go Ruby. Sweet. Ruby into Raw makes the most sense, right? Because Ruby actually reduces Raw. Ooh, that was a great draw. I think I still just want to wait. Just wait for Bauble, right? We could be dead to some sort of combo deck. They've gone basic island, basic island. But if it's high tide, oh. Interesting. I mean, it's pretty good effect against Bauble. What's a WPN store? I mean, I'm gonna do this. If they have Trickster, that's fine. If they have another Vidalkin thing and they want to trade, that's also fine. Yeah, that's fine. You got me. They have 4 cards. What if I ignore Bauble? They're really gonna sack both of their Merfolk to counter Seething Song? In which case, I will get Bauble. Because then that's the only thing that they could do. I guess it was free to play Raw. They are. Okay. I'll take it. Wizards Premier Network. They had a pre-release event on the 7th and got enough stock to crack some for singles. Makes sense. Alright, they got a Lord. Lord Jesus! Oh, lordy, lordy. And they have 2 cards in hand. We... Guess I want to go Ren's Resolve here. I was gonna say I really want to hit a land. Beautiful. I'm gonna go Saga. Go for another Ruby. Getting in for 6. They're gonna make all my things islands? No, true name. Okay. Another mountain. God, it's tempting to just Fiery Confluence. We might have to, right? No, I guess we don't have to. 2, 3, I can Tinkering. I can Raw, Burning Wish, Raw, Burning Wish. Tinkering would cost 3, 2. All right. Technically, they don't have lethal. Raw might change that, actually. Alright, we won the flip. I guess the answer is no. Yeah, it's got to be Tinkering. Now, if they have a Spell Pierce, they can cast that, right? We lost that flip. So you take 1. 3 cards. That's a bummer. So we could put it all on this bauble draw. I don't think we're supposed to. Here we can... I'm going to block if they let me. Ooh, and then Raw might kill us. Maybe I should have just flipped it. I'm totally blocking. Revealing Merfolk Trickster. Well, that's not good. Now I can't block with it. They're going to hit me for 11. So I have to win Raw flips. Excuse me. They're going to let me block. Beautiful. Block that all day. They were planning on using Trickster and Upkeep. Instead of putting me on a 50-50 to kill myself every time I cast this spell. That's a sweet draw. All right, let's get a bauble just so we can draw a card. I came really close to putting Candy Trail in this deck. And it probably belongs. It might go like in place of a petal. I don't know. All right, we can play the mountain. We go bonus round. Seething Song. All the manas. All of them. Give them to me. All right, we have 2 draws here. And 2 bauble draws. We absolutely need them. Ooh, Rimpulse hits 4 more cards. I think we're good. Let's see. No. Got him. Impulse again. That's where things get a little bit out of control. Runs resolve. Cast a little Rite of Flame. Right, they're off it. We got them. Merfolk. Not sure I want to change anything. I mean, I wouldn't hate bringing in a Fiery Confluence. Sure. I think I'm going to make a Necrodom YouTube video tonight. If it goes fast enough, I could even edit it and release it tomorrow. I'll release one of those, you know, this new card is breaking legacy. Stupid clickbait titles, except this time it might actually be true. Okay. They mulliganed. It's always good. All right, Island Go. Classic. How predictable. Yeah, I guess this is a Saga Bauble situation. Be 5 rounds, 23 minutes edited. Yeah, right? 23 minutes unedited? Nah, I'll find a way to complicate it. Alright, Wasteland this. Do we Rite of Flame Raw? I don't think so. We can always go Tomb, Rite of Flame, Raw, Morphos. They were even playing around Trickster, or Ether Mage or whatever, Vidalcan, whatever the heck it is. You know what it is. Might have Dismember. Whatever. Roll triggers. They didn't Trickster. I'm gonna flip it. I'm not convinced that they don't have Trickster. People make mistakes all the time. Used to happen to me all the time at the Epic Gamble. or it happened to me for a bit until I stopped walking into it, where you assume someone doesn't have graveyard interaction because they didn't interact at the point that they were supposed to interact. So then you take a greedy line that assumes they don't have interaction, and you cast, say, an additional LED with Echo in your graveyard, and then you get wrecked by Surgical. You go, no, you were supposed to cast that last chance that you had. Yeah, I guess we're just Rimpulsing again. Sure. Incoming Trickster. No, is that one. Okay. We played around it. We had an extra mana the whole time. Revealing another Hex Catcher. Deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Okay. Well, we can just kill this thing. That's pretty sweet. Although it's not a cost reducer if we do that. Hmm. It doesn't quite help yet. Should we kill Silvergill? Well, we know they have another one of these. Four, five, six, so it dies next turn if you don't use it. I think I need it as a cost reducer here. They have 4 cards. I don't know what to do here. More mana doesn't really do much. Playing a mountain either way. Like I can get action from Jessica's Will if I plus this. You can even Ruby first and then they can sack both. Alright, let's do that. Let's plus. Medallion. Problem with this is they can counter the next thing. Guess we can crack Bauble. I don't know, something tells me they'll overreact to this one right here. What did I tell you? Which means Rawl stays alive. Wow. I didn't think they'd overreact that hard. This card doesn't do anything right now. Because we have no land drop, no mana, and we have a Bauble in play. That was like best case scenario. We know they have another Hex Catcher. But now we got some more red sources going, so this bonus round is going to hit pretty hard once we find something to pair with it. Not sure how much the bauble is doing, but I don't necessarily want to find out. Unless I have to. Kira? Kira? Okay. Morphos? Bauble. Let's go. Bauble. Crack a bauble. Oh. Well. Close to making good use of that one. Land and plus. This is not a merfolk. It also still dies the Fiery Confluence. Dude, merfolk players are special. Sorry, someone's bound to get offended by that. My apologies. I'm special too. Alright, that one's pretty good. That one is pretty good. Let's go +1. Why does it feel greedy to go bonus round first? I guess they could have Force of Negation on the hard cast. That's why. Well, let's assume they don't. And considering the way they played, if they do, they're probably countering bonus round. Which you shouldn't. This is where you should cast Force of Negation if you have it. Spell Pierce won't be good enough. X-Catcher, not gonna do it. Ooh. We're just in there. Oops. Although I guess honestly it is correct to not counter that, because since I have one card, you can counter this. But no, they just have nothing. They're just kind of dead. Vexing Bauble, everyone. Card is messed up. God, would I be irritated if I were some sort of blue player right now. I mean, I played Jewel and PO. It's going to be irritating some of the time, I'm sure. But I'm not a blue player right now. More bonus round. Bonus. We lost the flip. Gotta be careful of that, I guess. Opponent, I think things have gotten a bit out of control. Raw's very good. It was immediately evident to me when I played it in Modern on the early access day. Tails does not fail. Have we cast enough? I'm gonna say no. Cast the wish. You want to play Baral Storm with Rawl? Yeah, we'll definitely be testing that. Play some Gift Storm. We won the flip. I'm just gonna go for it. We have enough cards. Look at that. It ulted. All right, they've had enough. They decided that was the point where they've had enough. Keurig Great Class Spinner. What year is it? Okay. I mean, it felt pretty good. I'm not 100% on all these numbers yet. I might want to play a Candy Trail. I don't know if this is the correct amount of zeros to play. Should it be none? Should it be more? Should we play some number of Spirit Guides? Is it worth playing Lion's Eye Diamond? Do you need all 4 baubles? You know, is it correct to not play Elemental Eruption or Relay? I mean, the general theme is we're more lethal on the spot, since we're not casting spells that don't do anything until the following turn. And we're able to protect that additional forwardness by way of Vexing Bauble. And then, instead of being all in, as that would suggest, Saga gives you that, you know, dynamic where you have something else that they have to worry about, while just being a great card for the deck. I don't know, it felt great. I mean, I don't expect to be beating Turbo Necro, so that was kind of a, you know, a layup for them, obviously. And then, what did we lose to? I forget the other deck that we lost to, but I know it was close still. It was a blue deck, right? Oh, it was Show and Tell, which I would imagine that's not like a fantastic matchup for us either, but not terrible. It was super close. So I don't know. It feels pretty good. I think this is an improvement to what anything the deck has been doing, in my opinion. And I think now, and even more so just as time goes on, I think Relay is going to get worse and worse. I've moved to a similar theory for the Epic Gamble, removing Relay and just being more lethal on the spot. So hope you enjoyed it. I had fun playing it. I'm going to continue iterating on this type of shell. I'm not sure if Leyline of the Void is really it anymore, because I don't think Oops is going to be a part of things, and Necro doesn't use the graveyard, and there's not that much regular Reanimator anyways. I don't know. I mean, Rescaminator, obviously, but then that's probably going to get banned out. Well, we'll see what happens. It's going to be, the whole format's going to be all over the place for a few weeks, so everyone's going to be having fun with their new toys, right? So thanks for hanging out. Of course, I want to thank our sponsors, KMC, Moxfield, and Card Hoarder. I do want to mention again that I have my own YouTube channel. We are here right now on the Epic Storm Live. However, I have my own YouTube, TonyScapone, one word. Same thing for Twitch, Patreon, Twitter, anywhere you want to find me. That's how to search for me. You can Google my name. And of course, check out the podcast, Brews of Paradise. It's myself, Killaby, Punishing Waterfalls, and Newton. We're 8 episodes in. Again, that's the Brews of Paradise. And check out the Eternal Glory podcast. I don't have to tell you about it because we saw a little commercial on it. Same thing with the signups for the Epic Storm. Or even sign up on the Epic Storm Patreon so you can get sideboard guides for the Epic Storm. But that's about all I got. Until next week, Another Tuesday night at 8 p.m. EST where we'll be storming again. Keep storming, y'all. Uh-oh. Sorry.